Imagine being locked inside a pitch-black trash bag, hearing the crushing roar of a garbage truck coming to turn you into literal landfill. That is the absolute nightmare Woody and his crew are facing right now, and the clock is ticking down to zero. If you thought this animated classic was just for kids, buckle up, because things are about to get unhinged. We start back in the glory days, where Woody pulls up like an absolute boss to stop a villainous heist. One-eyed Bart thinks he is slick, but the sheriff brings pure main character energy to save the day. Buzz Lightyear drops from the sky, ready to blast force-field dinosaurs into outer space. Suddenly, a giant 50-foot monster baby interrupts the entire showdown with total chaotic energy. Turns out, this whole legendary battle was just Andy's mom recording home videos back in the day. Those nostalgic camcorder vibes show us a time when Andy was utterly obsessed with his toys. Fast forward 10 years later, and the toys are low-key falling apart trying to stay relevant. They are shoved into a dark chest, squeezed together like packed sardines. The squad cooks up a desperate mission called Operation Playtime to trick Andy into touching them. They dial a cell phone and hide under the desk, praying for even 1 second of interaction. Andy just grabs his phone, yells at his sister, and walks away without giving them a second glance. Rex is over here freaking out because Andy held his arm for 2 seconds, which is just straight up sad. Ham drops a massive reality check on everyone because Andy is 17 and heading to college. Woody slams his gavel down and calls an emergency staff meeting to keep the squad from spiraling. He tries to act like Operation Playtime was totally fine, but everyone knows it was an L. Woody reminds them that their main goal is just being there for Andy no matter what. Deep down, even the cowboy knows they are closing up shop for good. He orders the team to prepare for attic mode and gather all their extra batteries and spare parts. He promises that hiding in a dark box upstairs will keep them safe together forever. But Mr. Potato Head is not buying the cope and insists they are completely cooked. Before Woody can regain control, Sarge and the Green Army men decide to abandon ship. The soldiers know that once college packing starts, plastic trash bags mean instant death. They parachute out the window because plastic army guys are always the first ones discarded. Sarge bids a gloomy farewell, leaving the rest of the gang completely traumatized. Jesse instantly starts hyperventilating, convinced that abandonment is right around the corner. Woody tries to calm the squad by bringing up all the old friends they lost over the years. He argues that through every yard sale and spring cleaning, Andy chose to keep them. He paints a cozy picture of the attic with old board games, TVs, and race car tracks. Buzz backs him up, reminding everyone that as long as they stick together, they will survive. Potato Head goes off to search for his missing eye in the dark, still heavily doubting the plan. Ham immediately opens a laptop to check how much cash they would fetch on eBay. Woody tries to act confident, but secretly, even he is doubting his own promise. Meanwhile, in Andy's room, his mom gives him an ultimatum to pack up his life. She tells him point blank that anything not going to college goes into the attic or the trash. Andy is stressed out trying to sort through 17 years of childhood memories. His mom breaks it down easily, tossing things into college, attic, and garbage piles. Molly is literally counting down the seconds until she can steal Andy's entire bedroom. Mom reminds Molly that she needs to clean her room too and donate her old stuff. She mentions that Sunnyside Daycare is desperate for toy donations right now. This plants the seed for the daycare alternative, setting off a massive chain reaction. Mom gets frustrated because Andy is slacking on sorting out his childhood toys. She asks if he wants to donate them or list them on the internet for quick cash. Andy coldly calls his old childhood toys total junk that nobody would ever want. Mom gives him until Friday before she personally dumps everything into the garbage. Inside the toy box, the crew hears the word junk and completely loses their minds. Andy grabs Woody and carefully places him inside the college packing box. Then he scoops up the rest of the squad and shoves them inside a black trash bag. The gang panics in total darkness as Andy seals the bag shut. Andy sets the bag in the hallway, intending to carry it up to the attic ladder. Woody spots this from his college box and realizes Andy never meant to throw them away. Before Andy can finish, Mom sees the heavy black bag and hauls it straight to the curb. The toys inside are trapped in high-density plastic, suffocating in sheer terror. In the distance, the terrifying rumble of the garbage truck starts echoing down the street. Jesse spirals into deep trauma, convinced Andy tossed them out like garbage. The gang's heartbreak turns into anger because they truly believe they were replaced. Jessie realizes her worst fears are coming true, triggering memories of her past heartbreak. Buzz tries to maintain military discipline, but everyone is running around frantically. Rex screams that it is the literal perfect time to go completely hysterical. Using a sharp plastic visor, the toys slice open the heavy bag and barely escape. Woody runs outside to save them, but finds the bag sliced open and empty. He tracks them down into the trunk of Mom's car inside the Sunnyside donation box. Woody screams at them for jumping into a donation box, calling them totally insane. He desperately tries to explain that Andy was actually putting them in the attic. He insists that it was Mom who made the deadly mistake, not Andy. Jesse shuts him down, refusing to accept any more of Woody's college boy cope. Woody demands everyone get out of the car right now before Mom drives off. Buzz steps in and decides they need to do what is best for the entire group. Barbie is crying in the corner after Molly dumped her in the box without a thought. Woody realizes the car is moving and forces everyone to duck under the car seats. Potato Head refuses to forgive Andy, swearing he will never go back home. Woody warns them that daycare is going to be a miserable nightmare for washed-up toys. When the box opens at Sunnyside, the toys look around and think they found absolute paradise. Bright colors, music, and cheerful kids make Sunnyside look like a dream come true. Andy's mom hands the box over, telling the daycare staff the toys were never played with. Buzz steps up like a hero, ready to greet the local toys with maximum swagger. Out steps a giant pink teddy bear named Lotso, radiating massive friendly vibes. Lotso promises them a life where they will be loved and played with forever, but something feels off. Lotso starts kicking off the grand tour of Sunnyside, flexing endless spare parts and infinite batteries like it's an infinite tech hack. He hypes up their plush repair spa like it's an ultra-exclusive 5-star luxury wellness retreat for beaten-up toys. Then they pull up to Ken's dream house, featuring a full disco floor and a ridiculous multi-room fit-pick closet. Ken gives off major pick-me energy the absolute second he locks eyes with Barbie across the room. Lotso casually drops a super heavy backstory about how he and Big Baby got dumped by their original owner. He sells this villain-coded speech about how Sunnyside toys don't need kids because they own their own destiny. The squad gets escorted straight into the Caterpillar room, feeling like they just unlocked the ultimate cheat code. Lotso asks them how long it's been since they were actually played with, stirring up all their old emotions. He promises that the moment the recess bell rings, they are gonna get all the wholesome playtime they ever wanted. Ken and Barbie are already acting super dramatic after knowing each other for literally 2 whole minutes. They literally finish each other's romantic sentences like a cheesy, textbook fairy tale couple. Woody is the only one keeping his head clear, trying to snap everyone out of the daycare honeymoon phase. Jessie completely shuts Woody down because she desperately wants to feel loved by a kid again. Even Buzz low-key betrays Woody here, claiming their original mission with Andy is officially wrapped up. Woody desperately points to the ink on their boots to remind them who really raised them. Jessie drops a brutal reality check, telling Woody that Andy moved on and it's time to accept it. Heartbroken and frustrated, Woody calls them all selfish for turning their backs on Andy. Bullseye wants to tag along, but Woody forces his loyal horse to stay behind so he isn't alone. Woody pulls off a quiet escape maneuver, sneaking into the deserted hallways completely solo. His stealth run gets cooked immediately when a little girl named Bonnie stumbles right into him. Woody's voice box gets triggered, making Bonnie think she just scooped up the best free toy ever. Back in the room, Jesse Cope posts that Woody is delusional for clinging to a kid who's college-bound. Rex is hyperventilating with hype as he hears a mob of toddlers assembling outside the door. The squad strikes their poses, expecting a sweet, wholesome play session with gentle little angels. Meanwhile, Woody gets dumped right into Bonnie's room and pulled straight into her wild imagination universe. He gets introduced to a whole crew of quirky, high-effort theater toys who treat play like a Broadway show. Mr. Pricklepants acts like a total pretentious actor, refusing to break character for even a second. Trixie the Triceratops tells Woody to just go with the flow and stay loose for the improv drama. Bonnie has Woody dodging imaginary spells and launching off into fake outer space battles. The local toys are genuinely blown away by Woody's natural, unscripted main character energy. Dolly breaks character just long enough to point Woody toward the bedroom door. She gives him major side-eye over his name, roasting him for having a super basic title. Buttercup notices Woody lost his cowboy hat during the wild play scene chaos. Bonnie wraps up her epic game and gives Woody the ultimate hero treatment. Back at Sunnyside, playtime is straight-up psychological horror and total relentless chaos. The toddlers are violently yeeting the gang, ripping Mr. Potato Head's face off like monster beasts. Mrs. Potato Head is utterly traumatized because Andy never treated them like chaotic chew toys. The entire group realizes Caterpillar Room is a punishment tier reserved for ruthless toddler rage. Rex panics, insisting they belong in the butterfly room with older kids who actually possess brain cells. Buzz tries to head out to talk to Lotso, but discovers the exit door is completely locked from outside. Mr. Potato Head checks the windows and realizes the locks are top-tier anti-escape engineering. Buzz spots an open transom window above the door and gets his parkour arc going. He hits a super athletic parkour jump and slips out into the silent, creepy hallways. While sneaking through the shadows, Buzz overhears Barbie and Ken flirty talking outside. Following the noise, Buzz discovers Lotso's inner circle running a shady underground casino game. Lotso's henchmen are literally gambling Monopoly cash and fresh AA batteries like corrupt prison guards. Chunk asks the crew if any of the new arrivals are worth saving from the Caterpillar Room. Stretch brutally dismisses them as disposable toddler fodder meant to take the heavy damage. Ken gets instantly defensive and throws a mini rage fit when the guys make fun of his doll status. Twitch cold-heartedly warns that the new squad won't survive a single week in that room. Before Buzz can process this massive red flag, heavy hitters jump him from behind. The villain mob slams Space Ranger Buzz to the floor and drags him off to be interrogated. Meanwhile over at Bonnie's, Woody is frantically searching for a map back to Andy's house. Woody tries explaining to Bonnie's toys that Andy is his true main character and needs him. Trixie boots up the desktop computer to help map out his exact route back home. Back at Sunnyside, Buzz gets dragged right into Lotso's lair, kicking and demanding answers. Lotso puts on a massive front, acting furious at his guards for roughing up a guest. Buzz officially requests a full squad transfer to the butterfly room so his friends are safe. Lotso tries to bribe him, offering to promote Buzz alone while leaving his crew to suffer. He tries gaslighting Buzz into believing the weak toys must be sacrificed for the community. Buzz drops a massive loyalty flex, refusing to abandon his crew no matter how sweet the deal. Lotso drops his wholesome grandpa act instantly and reveals his cold, ruthless villain core. He summons his shady librarian to grab the official Buzz Lightyear tech specs manual. The henchmen hold Buzz down by force while cracking open his hardware compartment. Lotso orders them to flip Buzz's hidden switch directly from play to demo mode. Buzz screams in total panic as his memories and entire personality get completely factory reset. Back in the dark caterpillar room, the trapped gang hears strange shuffling noises in the hallway. Mrs. Potato Head suddenly realizes her missing eye is still sitting under Andy's bed back home. Through her remote eye view, she sees Andy frantically searching his room in a full-blown panic. She drops the massive bomb that Andy was actually looking for them to put them in the attic. The entire squad gets hit with overwhelming guilt, realizing Woody was right the entire time. Jesse orders everyone to pack up immediately so they can pull off a quick escape back home. Suddenly the door unlocks, and Lotso steps inside with a terrifying, villainous smile. Things at Sunnyside go from bad to straight-up nightmare mode when the toys try to stand up for themselves. Lotso drops the cozy act instantly, letting everyone know nobody is ever leaving this prison alive. Mr. Potato Head tries to throw hands to protect his wife, but Lotso's crew isn't playing around. Out of nowhere, a brainwashed Buzz Lightyear tackles his own best friends like an absolute villain. Lotso gives the Dark Order, officially turning the daycare into a full-on high-security lockdown. Space Ranger Buzz treats Jesse like an enemy alien, totally oblivious to their past history. As punishment for talking back, Mr. Potato Head gets dragged straight into the terrifying sandbox box. Barbie delivers a dramatic heartbreak to Ken, snatching her scarf back before getting locked in a bin. Brainwashed Buzz marches down the hallway, reciting strict prison rules like an uncompromising drill sergeant. Buzz assures Lotso that his loyalty to Star Command is rock solid and completely unbreakable. Lotso gives his dark, chilling speech to the crew, warning them that breaking rules equals total destruction. Meanwhile, over at Bonnie's house, Woody is desperately trying to map out a path back home. Woody flexes his main character energy after looking up his street on the computer, ready to head to college. Woody brags to Bonnie's toys that he escaped Sunnyside, but their reactions turn completely dead serious. Chuckles the clown drops a heavy truth bomb, revealing Sunnyside is actually a total nightmare realm. Chuckles warns Woody that Lotso may look soft and strawberry-scented, but he is pure evil inside. The sad backstory drops as Chuckles reveals he, Lotso, and Big Baby all belong to a little girl named Daisy. Daisy loved Lotso more than anything in the world, taking him everywhere they went. But during a family road trip, Daisy accidentally left them behind at a highway rest stop. Lotso refused to give up, trekking across country for miles just to get back to his kid. When they finally arrived, Lotso saw Daisy playing with a brand new identical teddy bear through the window. Chuckles tried to tell him it was just an accident, but Lotso's heart turned completely cold and villainous. Lotso forced Chuckles and Big Baby away, convincing them that all kids are trash who abandon their toys. They ended up at Sunnyside, where Lotso took complete control and built a brutal dictatorship. Chuckles warns that any new toys sent to the toddler room are basically cooked from day one. Bonnie's toys beg Woody not to go back, claiming a return mission is a total suicide task. Back at Sunnyside, Jesse and the gang mourn Woody, believing their leader left them forever. Lotso arrives with a sinister smirk to unlock the cells for another brutal day in the toddler room. Despite the crazy danger, Woody sneaks right back into Sunnyside under the cover of daylight. The chatter telephone pops up in the shadows to warn Woody that security has gotten insanely tight. Old school toys spill the cold reality that the only way most toys leave Sunnyside is in a garbage dump. Chatter telephone starts breaking down the ultimate, impossible jailbreak strategy for Woody. Step 1 requires grabbing the master keys left inside the main office every single night. Step 2 means avoiding Lotso's heavy patrol vehicles sweeping the hallways and playground continuously. Step 3 demands scaling an 8-foot solid cinderblock wall surrounding the perimeter. But the absolute boss-level obstacle is the creepy security monkey monitoring every single camera screen. If they do not neutralize that shrieking cymbal-clapping monkey, their escape plan is completely DOA. During outdoor recess, Woody sneaks into the playground box, stunning his desperate squad. Jesse explains that Buzz has been totally mind-wiped into Lotso's ultimate guard dog. The gang admits Woody was right all along, realizing Sunnyside is a complete trap. Woody promises they are done splitting up, setting their sights on making it back to Andy before morning. With Andy heading to college tomorrow, Woody reveals the wild jailbreak happens right now. Phase 1 kicks off with Potato Head intentionally picking a fight to act as a massive distraction. Potato Head roasts Ken mercilessly, calling him a purse with legs just to get himself thrown in the box. Potato Head gets tossed into solitary confinement, but it is all secretly part of the master plan. Meanwhile, Barbie pulls an absolute main character play, fake crying to trick Ken into letting her out. Barbie flatters Ken's massive ego, convincing him to take her on a private tour of his dream house. Ken falls for the trap hook, line, and sinker, showing off his outrageous multi-level wardrobe closet. Barbie slyly asks Ken to put on a fashion show to keep him completely distracted. Outside, Slinky Dog drops down from the ceiling like Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible to nab the office key. Ham and Rex start a totally staged prison riot to draw security guards away from their posts. Potato Head uses his spare parts on a tortilla to sneak around the playground like an absolute stealth legend. Back inside, Barbie flips the switch instantly, tying Ken to a chair for an intense interrogation. Ken tries to act tough, claiming he will never betray Lotso's dark regime. Barbie begins cold-bloodedly ripping apart Ken's beloved vintage outfits line by line. When Barbie threatens to destroy a rare 1967 formal jacket, Ken totally snaps and spills the tea. Ken confesses that Lotso altered Buzz using his official factory instruction manual. Barbie grabs the manual, discovering Buzz was secretly switched into basic demo mode. Up in the surveillance room, Woody and Slinky ambush the security monkey in a wild high-stakes brawl. They wrap the creepy monkey up in tape, officially blinding Sunnyside's entire security system. The gang lures brainwashed Buzz into a trap, trapping him under a heavy plastic bin. Woody demands the manual steps to switch Buzz back to their loyal space buddy. Space Ranger Buzz keeps ranting absurd galactic babble while pinned to the floor. Jesse reads the manual, telling Woody to hit the tiny reset hole beneath the main toggle switch. Without a paperclip handy, Rex sticks his sharp little dinosaur claw right into Buzz's back panel. Ham frantically shouts out a warning not to hold the reset button for longer than 5 seconds. Rex holds it way too long in panic, causing Buzz's entire system to glitch out and shut off. Buzz powers back up, but instead of normal Buzz, he starts spitting passionate, romantic Spanish. The gang stands there completely stunned as El Buzzo begins swooning over Jesse with major drama. Woody realizes they have zero time to fix the language setting because the dawn clock is ticking down fast. With a wild Spanish Space Ranger in tow, the crew charges toward the trash chute for their final grand escape. The gang low-key thought Woody got cooked, but he pops out of the chute ready to pull off the ultimate escape. Mrs. Potato Head is literally losing her mind seeing her husband again after being separated for so long. Slinky Dog proves he is still an absolute legend, using his slinky body to bridge the gap across the dumpster. Right when freedom is in their hands, Evil Bear Lotso ambushes them with zero chill. Lotso drops the nastiest reality check, telling Woody that toys are just trash waiting to get thrown away. Barbie steps up with massive main character energy and calls out Lotso's toxic tyranny right to his face. Lotso tries to break Ken by saying Barbie is completely replaceable among millions of dolls. Ken pulls off the ultimate hero pivot and chooses Barbie over Lotso's evil empire. Ken exposes Lotso's entire rigged system, revealing how he manipulated Sunnyside for his own selfish ego. Woody hits Lotso where it hurts by calling out the fact that Daisy only replaced him because he was bitter. Lotso completely snaps and screams out his villainous core trauma in front of everyone. Realizing he lost his grip on power, Lotso tries to force all the toys into the garbage chute. Big Baby finally sees through Lotso's toxic lies and yeets the evil bear straight into the trash container. In a total sore loser move, Lotso grabs Woody's foot and drags him down into the garbage chute with him. The squad does not hesitate for a second and jumps straight into the dumpster to save their fearless leader. Inside the compaction truck, a massive TV crashes onto Buzz, instantly restoring his original personality. The relief is short-lived as the truck roars to life, taking all of them straight to the city landfill. The gang gets dumped into a mountain of trash, realizing they are in serious danger. Suddenly, giant magnetic conveyor belts start pulling metal scrap right into massive terrifying shredders. Woody notices the metal object sticking to the top magnet and orders everyone to grab onto scrap metal to float up. Even after everything, Woody risks his life to save Lotso from getting sliced up by the shredder blades. They drop onto another conveyor belt and see a bright glowing exit in the distance. That bright light is actually a blazing fiery inferno as they head straight toward an industrial incinerator. Woody and Buzz help Lotso scramble up to an emergency stop button that can shut the whole furnace down. Lotso betrays them again at the last second, abandoning them to burn while he escapes like a coward. The squad slides down the fiery garbage slope with absolutely nowhere left to run. In the most heartbreaking cinema moment ever, the toys grab hands and accept their fate together as a family. Just as the fire reaches them, a giant metal claw lowers from above and snatches them out of the blaze. It turns out the alien toys hijacked the giant crane operator cab to pull off the ultimate rescue mission. Safe outside, Mr. Potato Head wants to throw hands with Lotso for abandoning them in the fire. Woody keeps them grounded, realizing karma is going to catch up with that bitter bear soon enough. Sure enough, a garbage trucker spots Lotso and remembers having a strawberry-scented bear as a kid. Lotso gets strapped to the front grille of a filthy trash truck, getting the ultimate poetic punishment. Now the toys need to rush back to Andy's house before he leaves for college forever. Woody realizes his friends deserve a better life than sitting in a dark box in the attic. Woody sneaks over to Andy's packing box to execute a secret plan that changes everything. The toys sneak back into Andy's room just in time while Andy finishes his final bags. Woody writes a quick sticky note on the toy box, setting up the most legendary handoff in animation history. Woody says an emotional farewell to Buzz and the gang as they hop into the attic box. Buzz gives Woody a deep nod of respect, knowing their incredible journey together as brothers is forever. Jesse jokes around with Buzz, making sure the energy stays light despite the heavy emotional goodbye. Andy's mom breaks down seeing his empty bedroom, realizing her baby boy is officially grown up. Andy gives his loyal dog Buster one last belly rub before heading out to start his new life. Andy spots the sticky note on his toy box, assuming his mom left him an address to donate them. Andy drives over to Bonnie's house, ready to pass down his precious childhood memories. Andy sits down on the grass with little Bonnie, introducing every single toy with insane love. He introduces Jesse and Bullseye, hype man style, praising their adventurous spirits. Andy shows off Rex, describing him as the ultimate fierce yet soft-hearted dinosaur. He passes over Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head, making sure Bonnie knows they always stay together. Andy hands over Ham, giving props to his iconic alter ego Evil Dr. Porkchop. Andy pulls out Buzz Lightyear, demoing his laser lights and wingspan like an absolute proud big brother. Bonnie reaches to the bottom of the box and finds Woody, leaving Andy totally stunned. Andy hesitates for a split second because Woody was his main character since day one. Andy gives the most heartwarming speech about how Woody will always be loyal no matter what. Andy passes Woody over to Bonnie, officially entrusting his favorite cowboy to the next generation. They immediately jump into an epic imaginary playtime session right there on the front lawn. Andy plays with his toys one final time, feeling like a kid again for one unforgettable moment. The nostalgic vibes are at an all-time high as Andy and Bonnie battle imaginary monsters together. Bonnie matches Andy's creative energy completely, proving she is the perfect home for these toys. Andy's mom watches from the car, tearing up at how beautiful this full-circle moment truly is. Andy gets in his car and drives off to college as Woody whispers the ultimate farewell line. Woody introduces Buzz and the gang to Bonnie's resident toy crew to kick off their brand new chapter. A letter arrives from Sunnyside revealing that Ken and Barbie transformed the daycare into an absolute paradise. With Lotso gone, the toys at Sunnyside now treat everyone with total respect and equality. Meanwhile, Bonnie's room is pure peaceful vibes as all the toys hang out playing board games. Chuckles the clown finally gets his smile back seeing a sweet drawing Bonnie made of him. Mr. Potato Head gets back to his goofy shenanigans, cracking everyone up. Mr. Pricklepants continues his theatrical passion, dramatic as always. Buzz helps fix up broken toys around the room, solidifying his role as the ultimate team player. The movie wraps up with Buzz and Jessie breaking into an epic Spanish tango dance. What an absolute emotional roller coaster of an ending that hit us right in the childhood. Woody and the gang went through absolute hell, but they found the ultimate happy ending together. If this epic recap gave you massive nostalgia chills, smash that like button right now. Hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss our high-octane movie breakdowns. Drop a comment with your favorite Toy Story moment, and I will see you legends in the next video.